Hi everyone, Anne Marie here. It is, what day of the week is it? Tuesday, my yoga day. And I had this really interesting experience that I wanted to share with you all. So here's how it goes. I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping lately. And this morning I got up around 4 o'clock, and the first thing that typically happens to me is I go immediately grouchy. I get stressed and I start forecasting about the day. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to make it through the day. I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be grouchy. I'm not going to do well at that meeting. All of that starts to go. And I'm going to be exhausted tonight, and the kids are going to want things from me. And the story goes on. And so I get really tense. I get really uptight. I get really constricted around being awake. So I've played with this practice of acceptance around my lack of sleep lately. And a funny thing occurred for me. So this morning I decided I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm awake at 4 in the morning, even though I think that's a ridiculous time of the day to be awake. And I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to meditate and see what happens. So I plugged in my headphones, and I want to shout out to Elizabeth Lesser. I listened to an interview that she did with Happily Family, the folks at Happily Family, this past week. And what she said was, even if you just have 5 minutes, if you sit down and ask yourself, I put it in my phone. I forget exactly how she worded it, even though I said it 5,000 times to myself today. What's the question? Okay, I'm going to look over here because, not even ask a question, but may I follow my deepest core desire today? So I was just sitting. Oh, and then a shout out to my good friend and my good friend, Dr. Laura Berman, who introduced me to Wayne Dyer's, another plug, I Am meditation series. So oftentimes I meditate to the I Am. You should totally get it if you don't already have it. It's a fantastic piece to meditate to. I just love it. So I put my headphones in. I stayed in bed. I put my headphones in. I pressed play, and I just started following my breath. And I was asking, may I follow my deepest core desire? May I follow my deepest core desire? And what happened was my mind started racing like crazy, and my doing mind got activated. I got super activated. I wanted to do. So, my mind started like, I have to do this and I have to get this done. And I could feel the pull to, rather than sit, to go start doing something. And I could hear my mind think, well, it's just 20 minutes, and in 20 minutes you could start doing. And so the ticker tape kept going and the list kept going, and I could feel the anxiety rise, and I could feel my desire to get things checked off my list checked off. So I continued just to sit with the discomfort of this list running through my head and not doing anything about it. And then something really interesting happened. Aside from the fact that I started judging myself for not quieting my mind, which I do all the time, as the 20 minutes of my meditation started to come to an end, my to-do list started to quiet down. And I was like, that's really interesting. And I was starting to feel relaxed, not sleepy, just really relaxed. So what happened was it ended, and then it automatically went to the next 20-minute segment. There's 2 segments in this series. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to sit here for another minute or so. It's only 4:20. I have all the time in the world to sit here. So I sat, and my mind seemed to really still. And so as it stilled, there was this space of expansion, I guess I would call it, or openness. So there was nothing like getting in the way. The thoughts were calming down, and the space between the thoughts were calming down. So it was really interesting. So I still had thoughts, but the space was calming down. So I did this for another 20 minutes, and I was noticing that the space between the thoughts was getting longer and farther apart and longer and farther apart. My nervous system was getting calmer and calmer. And so I decided to do another 20 minutes. So now I'm going, that's 20, 40. Now I'm on my third of 20-minute segments. So I did 60 minutes. Then when I did the third of 60 minutes, all of a sudden there was all sorts of creativity coming through. Not like a lot, like a waterfall or something, but there were just like things popping up, sort of like popping up into my awareness, and I got to sort of chew on them or try them on or become aware of them or let them go. And all the while, things were popping up for me to sort of try on. And I felt really excited and really lit up and really energized. So I finished that hour now. So now it's an hour of meditation, which I hardly ever do. I only ever do 20 minutes. I've done this one other time in the past few weeks, and I had a similar experience. Really, really different, but similar experience. So I finish it, and I was noticing that I'm feeling really alive and really energized and simultaneously calm. So now it's around 5:30, and I decided what I wanted to do in the next moment was listen to some music. So I was listening to some music and moving my body a little bit and doing, some movement. And I was really experiencing what so many people call flow. And I was feeling really good. So I was playing with what does flow look like in my day. And next thing you know, I'm sitting and drinking my tea, and my kids are coming down, and they're getting ready for school. And I noticed their anxiety so did not at all impact me. My daughter came down and she was activated, and I was like, yeah, I get that. And that's great. And there was tons of space for her activation to come in and go. And it was bouncing off nothing inside me because I was so open. And I was feeling zero stress, anxiety, frustration, fear about anything I had to do today. Whereas normally at that time of day, my mind is off, it's like in a race of I've got to get this done, I've got to get this done. And I'm so not available to the people I'm interacting with. So this time I was just feeling lots of spaciousness, lots of openness, lots of excitement. And it felt really good. And then I went on with my day and the kids went off to school, and I had the breakfast dishes to clear up or whatever. And again, going through that was a completely different experience. It was peaceful. It was really strange. So I've been teaching mindfulness and meditation for years now. I've been practicing for about 20 years. I have glimpses of these experiences of like complete presence. But what was really fun for me today was the amount of time it lasted. So I moved on with my day, and I kept doing what I would normally do. And at no point did I feel like I needed to check email or I needed to do anything in my technology. I sat and drank my tea in my window seat for a little while. I went and did my yoga class. My yoga class, I was completely present, really open. My mind wasn't going. I have a very busy day today, and I have tons of space and tons of room and tons of excitement around my day without anything getting in the way. So I really just wanted to share with you this idea of if you're having trouble sleeping, wake up. And I said wake up to the divine within because that's kind of how it feels. It feels like I've tapped into this part of myself that's always there, but I don't take the garbage out enough to see what's always there. And it's not like anything spectacular is occurring. I'm just really honestly very present. I'm not activated by things that might otherwise activate me. So I wanted to share that with you. Not that anyone needs to be running out and doing hour-long meditations. I think that most of us don't have the time or space for that. But what I'm really wanting to emphasize and share with you is you get out of it what you put into it. And for me, what I noticed is the longer my meditation, the deeper I was able to go, the more I was, it's sort of like cleaning out your closet, and the more space I have. I mean, I really honestly feel like I have loads of time and space today, and I've done nothing more than stop for an hour and meditate. So, plugging meditation today, I hope that you find 5 minutes in your day to still yourself, take a deep breath, and just ask the question. What's the question? It's not even a question. Just inspire yourself with, may I follow my deepest core desire today? And see what rises up. See what rises up. And remember, be patient. Part of this is practicing patience. So when the busyness gets in the way, just let it be busy. Don't do anything. You don't have to do anything about it. Just let it be. All right, super fun to be with you and share that experience, and I hope to see you more soon later. And if you have any questions, I would love for you to reach out, Anne Marie at bringithome.me. Talk to you soon.